Episode 50 on Super Bowl Sunday. Can't believe we made it to episode 50. Thank you all for listening to episode 49, which was Getting the Pole, Jeff Gordon's Journey to the Hall of Fame. I am Gary, here with my co-host.
Oh, Bear.
I did not approve that name of that title, but, of course, this
Two-thirds vote.
Yeah, 2-1 here, so I'm Brandon, by the way.
2-1, pretty much how Jeff Gordon liked it.
Okay. Cool story, bro. Never heard those before.
Guys, stop it. Just because he rides the pole doesn't mean anything.
Never heard those jokes before.
Hey, how many polls did he get, Brandon? You got the stats still?
81, right?
81 polls.
He's got 81 polls.
81.
Wow, that is a lot of polls.
He's got more polls than Jeff Gordon or than Tiger Woods has tournament wins.
Mm-hmm.
Currently.
Yeah, currently.
But we'll see what happens. So, thanks to Wes Anderson, Moments of Time. Give him a follow on Twitter at Songs by Wes. Facebook, Wes Anderson Music. Thank you to All Wear Clothing, the first primary sponsor of OTL Sports Podcast. Crandall's Quality Lawn Care. Thanks to Crandall's Quality Lawn Care. Sean, 419-704-5471, serves the Toledo and surrounding area, and not
Atlanta, Georgia.
Since they're there today. Love it.
Well, Sean isn't.
True. Well, I think he's not. Thanks to Verizon, true technology business partner who helps local businesses deploy technologies that positively impact operations and can increase revenue for the company. At Verizon, we do not wait for the future, we build it. Go to their website, get in touch with the sales rep in your area. Thank you to PNC. Visit Cassandra at PNC in White House, who will help you with your banking needs, whether it be loans, credit cards, personal banking. She's there to help. Give her a call, 419-877-0634. And thank you, as always, to Charlie's Dodge. Visit Ben Meyer. Two of the 3 guys that are here today drive Dodge trucks. The other one drives a Diet SUV. What is it?
I love my Jeep, so.
Yeah, but he got it from Charlie's
What
Dodge,
do you have? You have a Jeep what?
Compass.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I got it from Charlie's Dodge, so it doesn't
Jeep,
have to be a Dodge
Jeep
Ram.
is Chrysler.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
Also, it's
Chrysler, so is Fiat.
Well, yeah,
Fiat
but that means
Chrysler.
he would have got it there, though.
I know he got it there. I'm just saying he's got a Diet.
Yeah,
Diet
I'm sorry
SUV.
I don't have a big ass, Dodge Ram truck.
Jesus,
Okay?
it is
Sorry.
Sunday morning, dude. You have to use that kind
I
of salty
love
language.
my vehicle, okay?
It is nice. I do like it.
But yes,
you
thank
drove.
you.
Remember when you drove us around in July when we tried to start up this podcast? When we were like, "Hey, let's start a podcast," since we've been talking about it for 5 years, and let's see if we can figure out how to do it. And we had the wrong mics,
Bought all the wrong shit.
bought all the wrong stuff.
That's fine.
That's my fault.
Good
And
days.
then
And now we're 50 episodes in.
now we're 50 episodes in. We have a pod room.
We moved from a garage inside at least, so that's nice.
That's because
That's
it's
very
over the
nice.
house.
At least today it's a little bit warmer than negative 40 like it was
Yeah.
earlier.
What's the high today? 40 something.
It's supposed to be
It's
like
supposed
Isn't
40.
it supposed to be like 50 tomorrow?
Yes.
At which it was
And
negative.
Tuesday.
I
That's
think
right.
Wednesday night going into Thursday was negative 45. So we've got a 97 degree swing,
Yes.
which is absolutely
And it feels like
insane.
it. My face doesn't hurt when I walk outside.
Oh, that was brutal, dude.
Yeah.
Wednesday and Thursday were the worst. Brandon, how did you feel? Did you have to work Wednesday and Thursday?
No, I was off.
I thought I got frostbite from my 32-second walk from my car into work on Wednesday. Or was that Thursday? It was Wednesday. I think no, it was Wednesday. Yeah, Wednesday morning when I walked into work before we did our podcast on Wednesday. I thought I had frostbite from a 32-second walk.
They
It was
said
that
like
cold.
10 minutes, you get frostbite.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
I remember when I was ordering food from Wendy's, not Burger King's. Burger King's trash on Wednesday at work.
Sucks to be you.
Having the window down for 2 minutes ordering with the wind just blowing right in, even with my heat on full
It
blast.
took you 2 minutes to place an order?
Well, okay, I'm nice and buy food for people at work, so yes, I was placing the order. And I mean, it was bad. Blowing into the truck, just the wind in there was absolutely terrible. I hated it. So I'm happy that we've made it past that, and hopefully, I'll take 35 or 40 for the rest of this winter, and we can make it into spring here in the next month.
They said Wednesday and Thursday it was colder here than Siberia,
Antarctica.
It was close to the South Pole.
Yeah,
It was close to weather. It was like 5 degrees. And
Mount Everest.
it was colder than Anchorage, Alaska. It was negative 40 was what it felt like in the South Pole, and it was negative 45 here, so it was worse here.
Mm-hmm.
You were better off at the South Pole, which Jeff Gordon is there too. So anyway, Justin on the Twitter with Daniel Bryan's new belt in mind. Have you seen it, by the way? His alternative belt.
I saw the picture.
100% sustainable hemp.
Yeah, when he sent it.
Did you?
Yeah, it's really odd.
Yeah, and so new symbol of excellence. Say hello to the 100% sustainable hemp WWE Championship. What are the best all-time alternative belts in history? By the way, speaking of which, did you see that I put another belt up there?
Is that what is that?
Purple?
Yep.
The cruiserweight?
Yeah, I bought the heavyweight, which I gave to Grayson, and I bought him a ring and some wrestlers. He knows 4 wrestlers now. He's got AJ Styles, of course, his favorite, John Cena, Roman Reigns, Seth Rollins. That's the 4 they had there. Got him the ring.
Nice.
He broke the ring in about 20 minutes because he tossed it on the ground. Broke the post, so I had to super glue it. But then cruiserweight went up there.
Nice.
I was out with the girlfriend, and she said, "Get that one. That looks fun." I said, "Okay, you win." So that's it.
Impressive. I like it.
All right, well, to answer your question, looks like you got some of them up there right now. But, I mean, the Skull is my favorite.
Skull, insane.
I think that came out, when did that come out? When did he debut that?
90s.
It would have been 98. It would have been right around here.
Yeah,
Because Rock throws it off in
It's
Detroit.
after he won it in at WrestleMania.
Right.
When he beat Michaels, I think. So, yeah, I mean, that's my all-time favorite.
Alternative,
the spinner belt.
The spinner belt, yeah, alternative. NWO, just because all they did was spray paint it.
Yeah.
Like, I legitimately was on WWE's website, and they have a discount on belts right now. I almost bought a replica of the NWO belt. Like, I wanted to get the $1 million belt, because I think it's probably the $1 million belt's my best alternative. I love that belt. But they said it breaks too easy because of all the little rhinestones in the $1 million belt. Because I'm like, that's the one I would want. So I'm like, I might buy this NWO belt just because it's awesome. But I'm sitting here thinking, I was thinking back like, God, we could be the NWO when we talk about Halloween. I'm like, maybe for that 100th episode, when we do the Pod Beats box, we could just dress up. Because it's a wrestling episode.
Yeah.
We could just dress up Hogan.
Who would Brandon be?
Earthquake.
I think he'd be Golga.
Good one.
Just wear a South Park shirt
Can you
and a
be
mask.
Kevin Sullivan?
No.
The Taskmaster. Oh, next week I
You
saved
could be
it
like a mini giant.
next week.
No.
Next week I saved. Dude, I got it. You could be Umaga.
No, definitely not.
Rikishi.
No.
Jeff Hardy.
No.
Possibly.
Brandon has never done a flip in his entire life.
No.
Jeff Hardy does more flips in one match than Brandon has literally done in his entire life. There's no way.
So if you, Brandon, something I'm going to talk about. I almost said Arn Anderson. I'm going to bring this up next week.
Arn Anderson's way too cool for Brandon.
I'm going to bring this up next week. I want you guys to watch it before then, and the listeners out there too. I want Jason to check it out. Jeremy, check out the story about when Sid Vicious, or Sid Udy is his real name, and Arn Anderson got into an altercation at a hotel, and they stabbed each other. And the
Arn
one that
stabbed him with scissors.
Yeah, Arn
almost killed him.
Arn stabbed him with scissors, and Leon White, who is Vader,
was Vader,
put his thumb on Sid because he was going to die there.
He put it in it.
Yeah, he put it in it,
and he stuck his finger.
He basically stopped Sid A from dying, and B, Arn Anderson going to jail for murder. So check out those videos. It's Sid Udy, EUDY, talks about the stabbing, and then go over. It's the same interviewer, and listen to Leon White, who was Vader, talk about this same thing, and it is absolutely nuts.
Speaking of Vader, and this is totally off topic, but I think he's going in the Hall of Fame this year.
That's a good one. Yeah,
I'm surprised they haven't announced anybody yet.
They normally
do it after Rumble.
What is it? It's got to be 8 weeks because normally there's 8 people, so it'll be 8 weeks. They do it each week normally. That's what they usually do. I thought. So
I thought it was always like the first, second week of January.
You're probably going to have Dwayne
but they only do one a week.
Yeah.
Right.
Speaking of Dwayne, earlier this week he said he will not be in Fast and Furious 9. It's because he has Hobbs and Shaw coming out, which is going to be awesome. By the way, Hobbs and Shaw, they're going to premiere their trailer at the Super Bowl, and it's
Roman Reigns.
Yeah, Roman Reigns is his brother in Hobbs and Shaw. So Roman Reigns will play Luke Hobbs' brother in this, and of course Jason Statham is Deckard Shaw. You've got Idris Elba is going to be the villain in this, which is awesome. And then I can never remember the girl's name, but she's going to play Hattie Shaw, which is Deckard's sister. Did you guys see the most recent Mission Impossible, which, by the way, has I don't usually follow Rotten Tomatoes, but sometimes they get it absolutely accurate, and the audience and them had it at 98%.
Nice.
I love the Mission Impossible movies. She was in it. I I can't remember her name. I'm going to look it up while we're checking this out. But she was awesome. She played a smaller part, but she like put kind of the hit out on what was going on, and she's going to play again the sister of Deckard Shaw, which is Jason Statham's character, which I'm looking forward to. And I'm going to pull her name here while we talk about it. But any other alternative belts you can think of while I'm looking for this?
Not really. I mean, I don't know, like I don't know what the alternative Intercontinental belt is, but
Vanessa Kirby.
No.
This chick. She plays. God, what the hell does she do? She's, well, like we said, Mission Impossible. She's the White Widow in Mission Impossible, and on TV, she's in The Crown. Yeah, she's Princess Margaret in The Crown.
Never seen that either. It's probably why I don't know her.
Yeah, it's a good show. She's a really good actress. She's our age, actually. Well, Brandon and I say our age.
Yeah.
And then, like we said, we've got, we just told you, Roman Reigns. Helen Mirren, she is the mother. Magdalene Shaw, mother of Deckard, Owen, and Hattie. And Owen Shaw is Luke Evans. I don't know if he'll make it into this movie. I don't think he's in it. But it'll be interesting to see what they do. So I'm looking forward to this. I think they're going to crush it. And I think now that Dwayne is not in Fast and Furious 9, Statham probably isn't either. That's going to go right down the tubes. I mean, because Statham and The Rock was the biggest draw. And the whole thing, of course, Paul Walker's dead. Vin Diesel, people
he's
like
not
this.
going to be in it?
People love the story. But Statham and Dwayne kind of brought something back to that movie and that whole thing. And it was really Dwayne with Fast 5 that brought it all back. So we'll see. And I'm interested to see how Roman does acting. I'm interested.
Good for him, though.
Good for him with his leukemia and everything. Yeah, man, it's awesome.
Well, and that's what he does for the most part, besides being an athlete of a wrestler. You still have to act and do all that, so he should be just fine. I mean, most wrestlers are decent actors, for the most part. Not all, most. And decent, not great.
Yeah.
The Rock, obviously, is the exception.
Was Piper good?
Piper was good.
Dude, they live, man.
Better than Hogan.
Hogan. Thunder Lips, though. That was his best role. What was that from? Episode 4 or 3?
Come on, Brandon.
I remember, but I don't remember what the title was.
No, what movie is that?
Oh, it's Rocky 3.
Okay, thank you.
I thought you were asking for the title of the episode.
Nerd.
It was Thunder Lips, the urban legend.
Yeah,
one of the best titled. Well, we've had a lot of awesome titles, especially that last one. What was it called? Getting the Pole. A Jeff Gordon
Hall of Fame story.
Or Jeff Gordon's Journey to the Hall of Fame.
Brandon's so mad. I don't know why you get so defensive when we make fun of Jeff Gordon.
Shit.
Like, you're acting like he's like your brother.
Because after you hear it for so many times and for so long, it just gets tired. Like,
oh, you mean like when all the dumbasses make fun of Romo all the time? Yeah. Welcome to our world.
Who? Oh, Romo. Yeah. Sure. Whatever.
Good one. Classic. Is that it? Is that
I don't think I ever made fun of Romo.
Bullshit.
I don't think I did.
I guarantee you have. In your entire
the 2007 playoff game was pretty funny, but other than that, I mean,
it was 2006, but okay.
2006, whatever.
Nerd.
Sorry, off by 1 year.
All right, what do you got for All Elite? What kind of updates you have?
There's talk of Goldberg going to All Elite. We don't know if it happens. Tony Khan has not confirmed nor denied that happening.
Yeah, he said he was leaving a hotel room in Vegas, but when they were having their meeting, but the same hotel.
Chris Jericho's talking a lot of shit about WWE. What was the quote he had about Lesnar? Lesnar's got to lose the gut and pull up his pants.
Yeah.
Yep. He's not holding back.
He doesn't need to.
No. And WWE forced a fan, there's a video of it, to take off an AEW t-shirt at the Royal Rumble.
Yep, I saw that on Twitter last Sunday, I think it was, right? Yeah. I saw the video of someone making him do that, and I was like, I just wouldn't have wore a shirt underneath it. Made him give me a free one if they were going to. So yeah, it's if they're making fans take off shirts of AEW, it means they're threatened. It does. But they would always do that shit. They would pull signs of like the pro WCW and all that.
And it's like 99.9% confirmed that Kenny Omega is going to AEW.
Well, yeah, he didn't. Obviously, didn't show up at the Rumble, so
we had a small hope of it. I was like, oh, here, R-Truth gets attacked. He did.
Yep.
By Nia, but it was interesting to see. We know Kenny's going to go there. Jericho's there. They're going to pull some talent.
Yes.
There's this whole swerve going on right now, which we'll get into in a little bit. in our Dear Vince segment, but let's recap the Royal Rumble. I'm going to pull up our stuff here from our picks from the Royal Rumble.
Sure.
Brandon, do you remember how you did in the Royal Rumble? You usually don't do too well in wrestling.
Which makes no sense because you watch it every day.
I do watch it every day. I think I was like 6-3 or something.
Brandon 6-3, Bear 8-1. By the way, if he would have just taken, and he knows it, Brock Lesnar to beat Finn Balor, he would have won our big pot of $4, which we talked about getting a perfect. Actually, that's supposed to be $12.
It should be.
So we have to up that at the next pay per view. At the next pay per view, just everybody bring $3 each, and we're good, which would be Elimination Chamber. So. Bear had it, but that's just what happens.
Yeah,
and then
took Finn.
I was 8-1. I took Rusev over Shinsuke in the first match, and Rusev lost, so that was my only loss. And I got a bonus point because I got the Final Four of the women right.
Yep.
With Bayley, Nia, Charlotte, and Becky. So that was good. I was hoping I had it too in the men's, but Mustafa got thrown out by Nia, which screwed it up. Drew got thrown out randomly. A little early.
He got thrown out before 27 even
and
came
then,
in, I think.
Seth Rollins was obviously the winner, and Andrade, he was in the Final Four, so I was happy to get that right. And then actually Brandon got 2 right. He had Dolph, who was in the Final Four. That was a good pick because he's the one that put out Drew.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
And that was good to see, so we'll see. And then Jake had Dean Ambrose winning. Xavier Woods, Drew McIntyre. Drew McIntyre wasn't a bad pick, but he didn't make it, and he had Seth in the Final Four, too.
Xavier Woods, yeah.
Yeah. We had, so Shinsuke 1 beat Rusev for the title, and we're going to kind of tie this in with the SmackDown and Raw kind of updates. Brandon, you watched it more than I did, I believe, right?
Yeah, a little bit.
Okay, so we'll talk about that. So Shinsuke wins the title from Rusev. What happened on SmackDown?
Yeah, so with what happened to... oh my gosh!
SmackDown. It's a TV show on Tuesdays.
Yeah, I'm blank on
the U.S. title.
So R-Truth, because he got R-Truth got beat up in the Royal Rumble.
Yeah.
He was supposed to enter at number 30. Nia Jax beat him up, so he was given from the McMahons a title shot for the U.S. title.
He was given a shot. Against.
There, I
there
served you up the ball.
R-Truth. I couldn't remember. I was drawing a blank.
Spike it.
So they had a title shot to kick off SmackDown. R-Truth. Surprisingly, I think we were texting back and forth. I said it would be awesome if R-Truth won, and about 2 minutes later, he actually won. I was pissed off though, and I think I texted you this too.
Yeah, because
the whole match was on freaking commercial.
Yeah,
so I don't understand why they do that. Like they still had a little box in the corner on the left hand side, but it was, the commercials were going on. So I was a little frustrated about that, but then they came back. R-Truth won. Shinsuke was it was a controversial too because he pinned him up and then 1, 2, 3, but right as 3 happened, Shinsuke kicked out, but R-Truth didn't even know that he won, so they sold that perfectly. R-Truth ended up winning, got the belt. Rusev came down. Lana was limping as well.
Still?
Yep, and rocking that red dress. And Rusev said, this is crazy. I should get my title shot. So R-Truth was standing in the ring with his belt. Carmella was putting it on. And basically said, okay, you want your title shot? Then, Rusev was like, put that on the line. And so they put it on the line. They had their match. And R-Truth ended up winning again. So he got his, he defended it, got his title, defended it, and won. And then Rusev and Shinsuke kind of teamed up and attacked R-Truth. And I think I fell asleep, but I think they teamed up and either fought later that night or they're fighting next week. So R-Truth just has to pick a teammate, and then it'll be a tag team match. R-Truth, whoever he picks, and then Rusev and Shinsuke they said they'll team up for one match only. So we'll see how that goes.
Interesting. So the second match, Buddy Murphy versus what's this dude's name?
Akira Tozawa.
And then
Hideo Itami, who got released and is going to be going to AEW. By the way,
he asked for his release,
and they granted it to him.
And then Kalisto.
He's going to go to AEW.
Yep.
I missed some of this match, so I didn't see the whole thing.
Dude,
you told me it was really good. I saw the replay.
Because you're like, oh, this is. I'm like, you should watch that. Because the fact that you didn't mention that, I'm like,
well, because I watched the Rusev Shinsuke one, and then I ended up walking away or something like that, and I must have missed this match to whatever the hell I was doing. So yeah, I missed this one and came back, and there was like 3 minutes till the Rumble or something. So I was like, crap, I missed it. So yeah, but you were telling me that it was a really good match, and the highlights that they showed looked pretty damn good.
Yeah, it was absolutely incredible. Buddy Murphy won. If you have not seen that match, be sure to go check it out. And then let's talk about, man, the Bar and versus the Miz and Shane. We all took the Miz and Shane, who did win the titles. Dude, let's just skip everything about that match and just talk about the shooting star press from a 49-year-old Shane McMahon.
I mean, that was
Absolutely
crazy.
Perfect.
Yeah, he hit it to perfection.
We were like, Jake, I told you, Jake was with me and watched all 6 hours of this pay-per-view with us. Had dinner here, had a good time, watched the show, and he's just like, what the fuck just happened?
Well, he went up to the top rope, and I'm like, okay, he's gonna hit him with the elbow, and then who did he hit? Who did he hit it on? Cesaro? Yeah, hit it on. Okay, Cesaro's gonna kick out. They're gonna win, and then he just did the shooting star press, and I was like, holy shit, I can't believe
that just happened.
I mean, and just
dude's 48, 49 years old.
Just like I told you guys when he got up there, and I was like, okay, why is he going to the top? What's he gonna do? He wasn't going. He wasn't gonna do his cross the ring. So I'm sitting coast to coast. Thank you. I couldn't think of the name of that. So I'm sitting there, and right as he gets up there, and he stands full straight, and he just stops. And it's like in my head. Actually, I think I said it out loud. I was like, "Don't do the shooting star press." And then he does his sign of the cross. I was like, "Ah, shit, he's gonna do the shooting star press," and does it just perfectly. I didn't want to see Shane break his neck on TV, and it was absolutely perfect. And I know they're not going to get him up there to do it if he doesn't know what he's doing. But for a 49-year-old man, I mean, goodness, Shane is becoming like one of the better wrestlers on the roster. And that's scary.
Right. Do you think Brock was jealous?
Well, Brock's neck probably was. That's for sure.
No, he's definitely becoming one of the best on the roster.
Brock is also probably about 100 pounds more than Shane.
That's very true. I love watching Shane wrestle. He's getting better than from when he came back in 2016.
Yes.
I remember you guys. We were texting, a long time ago, just how you were saying. Shane was just, he was getting carried the whole entire match, but he's holding his own. He's getting better.
How about when Cesaro spun him around?
Dude,
I'd throw up, man.
Didn't I text you? I said, man, I think I'm dizzy right now.
Dude, you're like, I'm like, what the hell? And I was behind, and ours was behind because it paused.
See, and I'm behind you guys, so I don't know how. I was behind. Terrible.
And then I caught up because I exited and went back.
You were behind because you went to bed at 9 o'clock.
Yeah.
Well, that's true. Yes, that is true.
Thank you.
But when we watch stuff, I'm getting texts from you guys.
Texas. I'm getting the state of Texas from you guys.
I'm getting Texas.
San Antonio over here.
Before the stuff even happens on my TV. So I got to turn my phone upside down when we're running our text, spat. And so yeah, I'm like, I don't
Dude,
know.
The show was not the same without you here. I'm so fucking glad you're back.
I'm just saying, like my internet, I thought my internet was good.
This is your 6th episode back, right?
I don't know.
I think it's your 6th.
Because I gotta stop beating these damn.
You stopped at 20, and you returned back at 45. You were here.
Yeah.
So actually, when you think about this, so you were here for 20 episodes, and now this is your 26th. So now you've been here for more than half the show because
there we go.
It was 24. Yeah, good job, man. We're proud of you.
There we go.
So
what were we even talking about? I don't know what we were talking about.
Just texting Texas. And
how bad my internet was. Yeah. So yeah, exactly. So I literally have to turn my phone over, like when you were watching matches, because you guys will be talking. And you guys will give me the end of the damn match. Or when we're watching football, you guys will give me the end of the damn play before I even see the play on my TV.
How is that possible? You have cable, right?
I have a Roku, so I stream Spectrum.
Well, see, I stream DirecTV, so he's ahead of it because you have cable, right?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I have DirecTV now, so then I'm streaming, so I'm like 10 seconds behind him.
Yeah, and I'm like 10 seconds behind you then.
Shit. And so we just text super fast.
Good.
Yeah.
We just send it up to that space machine, and it flies back down to Brandon's living room before the TV
there
signal.
You go. Then you don't have to have any. What's the word I'm looking for here?
Spoilers.
No, not spoilers. Any stress? Any?
That's a good one.
I can't think of the word for it.
I guess.
Concern. Whatever. Need a thesaurus.
A what?
A thesaurus.
Brandon, can you say thesaurus?
Thesaurus?
Oh.
But you can't say
Texas.
Brooks Koepka.
Kopeka? There we go.
Great.
Look at Mark Miro.
Oh, yeah, by the way, we are watching January 19th, 1998 Raw. We've had it on here for a little bit, but we have it on mute just because it's a Raw, so it's not like it's a pay-per-view where they're doing constant matches. There's a lot more talking on this one, so more promos.
Yeah, but this is one of the best.
So did you see at the Royal Rumble that they blacked out a little spot in the Asuka Becky Lynch match because her tits came out?
Becky or Asuka?
Becky. They went black real quick. And it's similar to, you remember when you talked about how you talked about Sasha's ass coming out last week. I know you did it off air.
Yeah, they cut that camera over quick because
her whole ass was out.
Yeah, it was out.
Yeah, so let's go into the next.
No, I did not see that.
So Rhonda Rousey fought Sasha for the women's title. Actually, a really good match.
It was.
Yeah, it was very good.
Ronda won the match, of course. We figured would happen.
Yep.
What do we have? Asuka beat Becky clean.
Yep.
Beat her clean, which is good because it didn't hurt. They knew it wouldn't hurt Becky. It didn't because she's going to win the Rumble that night. It's similar. What it reminded me of, and that's when we saw Asuka come out and Becky come out to be the first match on the actual show, not the pre-show.
Right.
We knew right away. We're like, okay, Becky's losing. She's winning the Rumble.
I liked how they did it though with Lana pushing that earlier when she got knocked off
we knew
and hurt her ankle.
Oh, they did it.
But from there, but I didn't even think about it.
It was good storytelling.
Well, until she came out, then I was like, okay, she needs.
Here's where they're going to do it. Because we were sitting there like, okay, Nia's left. We were trying to figure out who's left.
Yeah.
Well, we did this. You know how we do the dear events, and I said last week, don't make it predictable. And, they still kind of make it predictable, but it's just small stuff like that, like Lana getting bumped off the top rope.
Because we forgot about it, because that allowed the title to go to Shinsuke.
Yeah, we're not, okay, and then she comes out, she's limping, she's like, oh, okay.
Here's how they're going to do it. And then, what was it, Hebner? Or not Hebner, Fit Finlay. Fit Finlay was the one that allowed her to get into the Royal Rumble match.
Yes.
Yeah.
So that was great. So Asuka beat her clean, which was also a great match, which didn't hurt her. And what I was saying was it reminded me of WrestleMania a few years back when Seth Rollins lost to Randy Orton clean on that super high curb stomp that turned into an RKO. And then later on he cashed in and beat pinned Roman to take Lesnar's title at the time.
Yes.
We had Daniel Bryan and AJ Styles, which Eric Rowan.
I wasn't.
But it's good that we didn't want to see, Daniel Bryan won the match, but Rowan interfered. Ref didn't see it, quote unquote. But it was so stupid. Like he just picked him up by his head and slammed it. You picked AJ to win by DQ, but obviously the ref didn't see it.
And it was
so the Bludgeon Brothers are done then. I mean, if Eric Rowan's coming out, yeah.
Well, he's still hurt too.
It was an okay match, but it wasn't.
Oh, and by the way, did you see Eric Rowan wearing an Ailstorm T-shirt? You ever heard of Ailstorm?
For a hailstorm.
Ailstorm, the pirate metal band. Lance Storm, the pirate metal band.
Lance Storm.
You never heard of Ailstorm, the pirate metal band?
No.
Really?
No.
I can't believe you haven't heard them. I'm sure if I play this song for you real fast, I'm going to find it.
Probably.
And just play it for you really quick, just so we can get this over.
Look at that old PlayStation game.
Fuck you. You're a fucking wanker.
Where do you get this stuff at?
No, I've never heard of it.
Is that all you do is look up random weird-ass music all day?
Remember Ryan? He was on the show once.
Yes. That's where he gets this from?
We played this. You know how you can play like touch tunes, which is the...
Yes, yeah, at the bar and whatnot.
Yeah. We played it at a Christian bar.
That song is too graphic for a Sunday morning.
That was rough. I thought you said you were playing it for a little bit.
Yeah, I'm done.
Yeah, it's annoying the shit out of me.
Sorry.
It was very, very bad.
You love that pirate metal.
No.
I could see you as a pirate. You look like a pretty pirate. You could probably take over for Johnny Depp in the Pirates movies.
I couldn't. I wouldn't want to wear an eye patch.
He doesn't wear an eye patch.
Could you get the movements down?
Well, real pirates wear eye patches, though.
Could you get the movements down?
What are you doing?
He's doing his best Johnny Depp impression.
Exactly.
All right, we had Brock
Jack Sparrow.
Brock Lesnar and Finn Balor. What'd you think of the match?
I was a little bit disappointed in the way it ended because it kind of was more abrupt than anything, but it was all right. I mean, it set the story, and just like you said before, I would have preferred. I should have taken Brock. I knew it was going to happen, but I was thinking maybe, maybe that Finn could have pulled it off, something shocking and surprising. Unfortunately, it didn't happen, but it was a good match. He gave Brock a run for his money, and really, actually, I think Brock. I don't know if he sold it so well. I didn't know if he was actually injured from hitting the corner of the or the announce table so many times. I mean,
yeah.
And then they played it off with his gastroenteritis or whatever the hell they called it that he had before. I thought that was pretty good.
Diverticulitis, yes.
I thought it was pretty solid.
No, it was good.
It was a good match. Better than I thought it was going to be.
And usually Brock. This is why that match is why Brock can only go with guys that are smaller than him. Which pick back up to Monday. Talk about the men's Royal Rumble. Seth won, and Brock beat him up on Raw. So it looks like what we thought. Seth's going to fight Brock at WrestleMania, hopefully take the title.
Yep.
Which is what we think is going to happen. And then SmackDown, we have no idea because Daniel Bryan's fighting. He's fighting Samoa Joe, Randy Orton, AJ Styles, Mustafa Ali,
Jeff Hardy,
and Jeff Hardy in Elimination Chamber, right? And the winner's the champ.
Yeah. So I mean, I'm sure Daniel Bryan will win that, and then they'll set something up for WrestleMania.
But with who? With Styles still?
I don't know. No.
For who? Dude, Mustafa's... Man, that guy is something else. He's fun to watch.
I think Samoa... I think they're going to fight
and Samoa Joe's the other one.
Yeah.
Who, Samoa?
Yeah,
and Mustafa?
Yeah.
That'd be a great match.
Yeah, I think they're going to fight at WrestleMania. I still think...
Who do you think DB fights?
Huh?
Yeah, Shane and Miz.
I
hope they wait. They need to wait though. Give them a fucking run and do it at SummerSlam. Headline it with SummerSlam.
Miz will turn on Shane.
Yeah, it's gonna happen eventually.
Because Miz is a heel, and to see him all I'm doing this for my dad. It's just it's fake.
I like
fake
it.
to me.
But yeah, never mind.
I'm just saying it's fake to me.
It's too real to me, damn it.
It's still real to you, Brandon. I know that.
It was good. Women's, and then of course we had Jeff Jarrett, the cameo number 2, which was fantastic,
awesome.
Fantastic and unexpected.
Which one was better, Hornswoggle or?
Oh my God,
Hornswoggle was hilarious.
Jake's like, holy shit, this has made my whole night. Hornswoggle at the Royal Rumble. He knew who Hornswoggle was. Which how about who was he chasing after? Oh,
Sasha.
Selena.
No.
Selena Vega.
The small chick.
Because she was under the ring, and then he just flops out. Look how fat he is, and he can't run anymore.
What's his name? Was how long was he under there?
Yeah. It was fun. It was funny because she looked out and was smiling a couple times, and finally just randomly peeks his head out. I was like, "This is great right here. Now this is what we really missed because this is some good stuff."
And then he goes in the ring and comes through. It was fantastic.
Yes, absolutely loved it.
And Nia Jax came in, as we talked about earlier, and beat up R-Truth and entered the Rumble, and threw out Mustafa Ali. Eventually, she got the RKO, she got the 619, she got a lot of shit.
Yeah,
guys didn't play, and then she got tossed out. So, pretty interesting. And in the Women's Royal Rumble, as we know, as we mentioned earlier, Becky came in later, took over for Lana, and entered the Royal Rumble, actually threw out Charlotte to win.
Yep.
The Charlotte thing's not over yet. Charlotte, what we're hearing and seeing is Charlotte's probably going to potentially get into the triple threat with Rhonda and Becky. I just wish they'd let Rhonda and Becky go and just go back Charlotte and Asuka. That'd be great. It'd be a rematch of last year's WrestleMania when Charlotte ended Asuka's streak. That would be a big deal. Let Asuka carry it. Because you've got 3 phenomenal women on SmackDown. Charlotte's not going to Raw. Let Becky go to Raw. Let her beat Rousey. I know there's talk right now of, Rousey wants to leave because she wants to start a family. We'll see.
She just got there.
It'll happen eventually. She does want a family. It's great. But she'll step away for a little bit, probably come back. But
who's her husband again? Travis Brown?
Travis Brown.
Yeah, let Becky and Rhonda. I'm sorry, I know you love Charlotte, your bae, but give Becky and Rhonda.
No, I'm not. No,
main.
That would be. I think that
should
would be
the
good.
main, and give Becky.
But you've seen what Becky and Charlotte can do in a match, though.
Oh, it's unbelievable. And Becky and Rhonda would be good too. And I just want to see Becky win. Like I said months ago, you remember this. I talked about, hey, do you feel like she's going to be the new Stone Cold for women? And she is. It played itself out, and You know, I think you give her the main, end it with a woman. It's incredible to think that in our day and age that you could end it with a woman. That's what people want.
Yeah,
they want her to end the show and win.
It's going to happen. The women are going to be the main event in this year's WrestleMania. It's going to happen.
Which is amazing.
Whether it's Becky and Ronda, whether it's
Becky, Ronda, and
Charlotte, whatever it is,
it's either going to be Becky and Ronda or Becky, Ronda, and Charlotte.
Yeah, I would be shocked if it wasn't the main event.
And what, Charlotte and Ronda still went at it this past week. So it'll be interesting to see. Charlotte talked a lot of shit to Rhonda, and basically on Twitter, did you see their Twitter spat? She said, "You get in the ring and it's all fake, but I get in the ring and it's all fact." You know, is what Rhonda said, and she said something along the lines of, you know, it was all fake or something or not good until I got in the ring and carried you through the promo. Some shit like that. She's brutal. I love it. Like, she straight up just doesn't give a shit, and I love that they're letting her do it. So pretty interesting. Braun Strowman was in the Rumble, as well. He did not make it to the Final Four.
No.
Or did he? Was he in the Final Four?
He was the last two.
No, he wasn't, was he?
Yeah, because Seth eliminated him.
How'd he throw him out?
He didn't do a Hurricane Rana over the rope, did he?
No. I could have sworn he was the second one.
Oh, he was standing. Yeah, he was standing. He curb stomped him off.
Yeah, off the edge. Yeah, that's right.
Him off
but that was to win, right?
Yeah.
So Braun was second, and we all would have had Braun in the top four. But I would have probably not had Mustafa in there, or Andrade. I would have probably left Mustafa and took out Andrade, so I would have still had two. But okay, so dear Vince, let's talk about this for a little bit. Dean leaving. Do we believe it or not?
No.
I do not either. I know a lot of people are talking about Dean's leaving. He's going to. Here's why I don't believe it. There's no fucking way. First off, WWE doesn't come out and say, "Oh yeah, he's leaving end of April. Good luck." Yeah, they never do that ever.
Yeah, but with technology these days, I mean, stuff gets leaked, and whether you can say, "Oh, it's kayfabe" or whatever, kayfabe, whatever. I mean,
he's not going. I think, dude, you saw what happened. Did you watch it? Like with him on the show when he was talking shit to Triple H. Like, because people are like, "Oh my God, he might be breaking this," and this is why the.
Oh, wait a second. China is lifting up a midget into Shawn Michaels' face right now. I don't know what's going on, but that was hilarious.
So what happened? What the hell? Oh,
Tyson with all the Stooges,
all the old timers.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, Sergeant Slaughter. So the
Slaughter's probably the youngest one right there.
Right. So what happened, Brandon, is Trips comes out, and, you know, Dean, it looks like he's going to cut a promo, and then the women eventually come out on Raw, you know, and they're like, wait a minute, what the hell? You know, because it looked like he was going to do a pipe bomb, quote unquote, and the women come out, so he just leaves the ring. And, like, what he said, Triple H is leaving, and he leans out the rope, like, went under the rope and leaned out and basically said to him, "Oh, can you make your own decision?" "Oh, that's right. You have to ask your father-in-law first."
Yeah,
I saw that.
Yeah, that's all.
So I'm like, I think they're setting something up for that. I don't think he's leaving. Like, especially his wife's there. We talked about this because you said, I don't think they're leaving because, you know, Renee's not going to leave because she's got a job that nobody's ever had. And like I said, what I mentioned to you, I'm like, well, it's possible because who would have thought that AJ Lee would leave when that was her dream? I mean, we see back when she was a kid and got to meet Lita and bawling her eyes out, and all she wanted to do was be a superstar, and she was at the top of her game, and she left for CM Punk.
Right.
Which CM Punk, if you remember, quit after Royal Rumble right before the Toledo event. He quit. He walked out right before Toledo, you know, so it is what it is. I don't think he's leaving. Do you? Yeah, I know you don't, Bear.
No, I don't think so. I think that he's staying.
Yeah, I do too. Brandon?
I mean, I don't know. I'm up in the air with it because they also say that he's leaving because of, you know, creative decisions and everything. But, I mean, he was gone for 9-10 months because he was hurt.
Right.
So how much you've been back for how long? How much can you complain about creative decision? I mean,
well, I think this is what they want. Well, as we saw, the Seth Dean thing didn't work out how they wanted it to.
Right.
It didn't play out like they wanted. Yeah. But I think if you put him in a different direction with somebody else, it's good. Send Seth off with somebody else, and I don't care who it is, Drew, anybody. Give him the title for a while, give him a reign. Let him fight all these big motherfuckers. Let him fight Brock. Let him fight Braun. Let him fight
Brock needs
Drew.
The title needs to be off of Brock.
I agree.
I don't think he can carry it anymore.
Right.
I think everyone's getting sick and tired of it.
Yeah, well, I think we've been sick and tired of it forever. Speaking of Brock, you sent it to us on the Twitter page, and I saw it the night after the Royal Rumble where they did the WrestleMania 34 kind of behind the scenes. And after Lesnar beat Roman Reigns, he walks into the back and takes the title off his shoulders and throws it at Vince.
Vince is like, "Hey, you asshole!"
Yeah,
That was great.
Bear, can you give us what he said in your Vince voice?
Well, this is old man Vince. This isn't young Vince. But yeah, when Brock walks in there and throws at him, and then all you get is asshole. It was absolutely great.
See, why did that happen?
I mean,
I don't know.
it's got to be some. I would think it's got to be something with the story, but I don't know. I mean, they wouldn't show that stuff for any reason.
Brock went off script a little bit, and I'm sure the ref jawed at him because Vince is in the ref's ear, as you know. Yeah. Vince is in everybody's ear. He's in the ref's ear, and the ref probably said something to Brock. Brock probably told the ref to fuck off because Brock can do that, and that was that. And when he come back, and I'm sure that Brock wanted to lose that. We all thought he was losing to Roman. We all did, and I bet you Brock wanted to lose to Roman. I think we all probably could agree to that. He's like, dude, I'm done with this shit.
Yeah.
I don't want to carry your damn title. So it's interesting to see. So dear Vince,
See what they pull out of it.
basically somehow find a way to keep Dean and keep the storyline going. If you do it this way and you swerve everybody, I love it. Because this is one of those that you actually swerve people really well if you can keep them there. If this is just kayfabe.
I know you mentioned something about like Triple H. Do you think he'll be healthy by then?
By when?
By WrestleMania.
I don't think they fight at Mania. I think they build it up. He puts him into shit, and then maybe SummerSlam. I don't think he's healthy by.
I don't think Triple H is healthy. Yeah,
I think he'll be healthy by SummerSlam.
Yeah,
he could fight Dean. I think that's good.
Yeah,
you could go. You could also get, if you think about this, you could get. I could see potentially, Miz is going to turn on Shane, right? And Dean's going to be against Triple H. I could see, I don't want to say Miz and Triple H, but I could. Dean and Shane, Miz and Triple H. I could see all of those four guys somehow doing something. But the problem is you got Triple H is kind of now a face. Dean's a heel, obviously. And you've got Miz as a face and Shane's a face. So you couldn't have Shane face. You could have Shane and Triple H against Miz and Dean. That's a possible thing.
Yeah.
Like taking on the Authority, so to speak, where they're both good. It's possible. I don't see it happening, but
I don't either.
I see Dean and Triple H and Miz and Shane separately.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see exactly how they handle that and what they do with it. But yeah, there's definitely going to be. I think you're right. I think Miz is going to turn on
Bradshaw?
Shane. Yes, it is.
I'm waiting for the day when we get Shane.
Barry Windham.
We get Shane and Triple H WrestleMania.
JEFF. JARR.
Yeah, this is when they did the whole. They're doing the NWA angle. It's dumb as shit.
ETT. He was so fat.
I think he's big boned. That's what they call it. Starts taking everyone out. Let's see if Cornette gets it. Oh, is he gonna? I was hoping he'd hit him with the tennis racket. There it is. Where's he gonna hit him? Yeah, right in the back. Oh yeah, again.
But yeah, I'm waiting for Triple H, Shane McMahon at WrestleMania.
I don't think that's
gonna happen.
No,
it's gonna happen. It's gotta happen.
Who?
Why does
Shane
that have to
and
happen?
Triple H. Because you have the brother against the brother-in-law.
This year's
Not gonna
WrestleMania?
happen.
No, not this year.
I don't think it's gonna happen.
I don't either.
This isn't. Maybe if this was like 2000 again, they already did that storyline.
Anyway, Brandon, you want to
I
get
think it'll happen again.
Brandon? It's time
You were 6-4 or 6-3 in wrestling. Doesn't count.
Brandon, recap of these. We gotta watch this. It says Royal Rumble match. We gotta watch the whole Tyson and Austin segment.
If you want, I mean, I don't have the remote, so.
We're getting there. You want to go through the Jason debate, or you just want to throw it on there?
Let's go. Jason debate. Well, are you getting us there?
Go ahead, do your thing. Go into get there.
All right.
I mean, it's at the end, so I mean, we still got.
So we're gonna watch this. So we'll talk about some other stuff while the Godwins. This match finishes. Who are they fighting?
Road Dogg and Billy Gunn.
Is that who that is?
Yeah.
Get in the Outlaws.
Yeah, when Road Dogg was wearing overalls, he looked like one of the hog farmers. Oh,
What did he just hit him with?
piggy bank or something? With a pig.
Not head.
What does everybody want?
Hey.
Oh, Jesus. He just got the bucket.
Speaking of Bradshaw, did you see the report of him having memory loss now?
JBL?
Yeah.
Interesting. No.
Nope, I didn't see that. Probably CTE.
I think that's what he says he might have.
What?
What's in there? Is there a brick in there? There it is.
Yep.
The old brick in the stuffed pig trick. Works every time.
That brick roll, that must be like one of those fake bricks.
Jesus, he just
Yeah,
throw
he
it
just
at the
whipped
Did he
it.
throw it at JR?
Good Lord.
Goodness gracious.
I still can't believe that's Midian.
It's a foam brick.
I forgot
We're
that.
gonna go through Jason's stuff and start while they get into this. Yelling at him right now.
Yeah, so
While I get into this.
Yeah, I got it.
you got it?
Jason?
Yeah.
Yeah, to answer your question from last week's show of what would the subject be for a women's division only episode, obviously you would answer the question of how did the women's division evolve to where it is today, which is main eventing WrestleMania. How did the old timers, all the way through the current talent, contribute to fueling the women's division to the top of the card? Easy. Becky, the man.
Yeah. I mean,
Rhonda, big draw. Charlotte,
I mean-
Flair's daughter.
Better athletes.
better than they were, and they're not, and they're letting them wrestle. They're not portraying there. They're not pushing them out in bra and panties. You know.
Yeah, they're not
Yeah, they're actually using their
putting
talent.
matches for 30 seconds.
I like those though. After the women's episode, please have an episode just on Scott Steiner. I'm actually all for this. I'm absolutely all for this. As Gary mentioned, let's listen to some YouTube highlights of Scott.
We won't even do that. We'll just put it on the TV instead of watching a Raw or a pay-per-view or a match. We'll just watch Scott Steiner YouTube highlights of him talking. And
Well,
then
it's kind of like we may potentially, I don't know if you heard this, potentially we may have Zan on both episodes next week. Zan, our friend from Houston, he may be on both episodes next week. We'll figure it out.
Kane.
And he wants to, if we do, I hope he's on for wrestling. He wants to watch Money in the Bank 2010, the Money in the Bank match when The Miz won.
Okay.
That's what he wants to watch. I'm like, that's a good one. I like that. So we'll see if he does.
Mike Tyson.
Do you just want to go ahead and go with this, Brandon? We'll just sit back and listen to you.
I mean, you guys can, partake as well. But yeah, this is Tyson coming off.
Biting in the ear.
Yep, this is 98. So he
comes up
bit.
doing the suck it, doesn't he? Too?
Yeah, he bit Holyfield ear in June of '97. So I think he was suspended. This is the time that he was suspended from boxing. So this is why he's doing this right now.
Are you good with the Scott Steiner episode?
Yes.
I'm
Yes.
totally fine with Scott Steiner.
All right. I'm
We're
sure you
gonna
guys
wear
have heard the phrase Hogan must pose. Has that phrase changed to Becky must open SmackDown?
I've never heard of that, but
What?
What?
no, I'm kidding. Obviously,
Well, that was a terrible joke.
I'm just saying.
That was bad.
Becky must open SmackDown.
Yeah.
Or does she close it?
Both.
I don't
Why
watch
not?
SmackDown, so that's up to you
Does she
guys. I
open
can't answer that.
legs, close them?
That's just too graphic for me.
It's SmackDown.
Oh yeah, he's a good Catholic.
It's Sunday
Allegedly.
morning. My pumpkin spice coffee is still warm.
You didn't even go to church this morning.
He will later.
Doubt it.
Are you guys excited about WrestleMania?
Yeah, I'm always excited about WrestleMania.
Oh, of course.
It's WrestleMania.
Absolutely.
Yep.
We'll
Sure.
see. I mean, we got a ways to go, but
Yeah, we still haven't had any,
no Hall of Fame or anything like
Yeah.
that. But of course I am. Oh, you're turning up the wrong one there.
This one.
So yeah, obviously this is one of my favorites just because, Austin, Jim Ross calling it, just McMahon.
McMahon's facial reactions are
You see what I
fantastic.
have it on for you?
69, yes. It's a beautiful volume.
But yeah, we can listen.
We'll go back to. He's talking about WrestleMania.
There it is.
WrestleMania. Am I excited for it? Yeah, I want to see Seth beat Brock. I want to see Becky beat Rhonda. I'm
Austin
hoping.
looks like a monster right there. Sorry to interrupt.
No, he is.
He's
Dude, he
jacked
still
right
looks
there.
like a monster
Yeah,
now.
he does.
Yeah, but right there with the freaking
Yeah,
shirt
he's
that's one too
huge.
small. I mean, Look at everybody run down too. The refs, all the agents, everybody runs down. That's great.
It's awesome.
Vince. And then Shane too. I love Shane out there.
In the suit.
And this is before, Vince, he's not even a character yet, really.
No, this is what, 2 months removed from Montreal? From the screw job.
So he's going by Mr.
When
McMahon,
was this?
but he's
January
not.
'98.
Yeah, January '98. So yeah, we're 2 months removed from the screw job.
I mean, Shane's in there. He's not a character or anything yet. No one knows. And he's talking to him without the mic.
I think the dude in the jumpsuit just gets knocked out.
I don't think anyone gets knocked out.
Well, I mean, he's on the bottom when Tyson.
I'm seeing Mike Tyson. He comes in, he's shaking everybody's hands, making friends with all the WWF superstars.
Okay, remember how we thought Tyson was huge? Look how big Stone Cold is to him.
Oh, yeah.
I ain't gonna shake you there, man, because I ain't having friends with you.
I ain't gonna shake your damn hand. Shut up. Staring your little beady eyes.
But Jesus Christ, son, when you step in this ring, you're messing with Stone Cold Steve Austin, and that's something you don't do.
All right, here we go.
Love it.
Let me make it short and sweet. What I'm telling you,
Double birds.
I want a piece of Mike Tyson's ass.
Which is one of the greatest comments of all time.
Such a great. And look at the guy behind him's wearing a Stone Cold hat.
Is he?
Look at the guy behind Tyson when they bring the camera back and they panic. He's wearing a Stone Cold hat.
I respect what you've done, Mike, but you're out there calling yourself the baddest man on the planet.
Yep.
Right now, you got your little beady eyes.
Got your little beady eyes.
The world's
Toughest son of a bitch. God, you gotta love Austin. Hold on, Vince, say something. Shut up.
I can beat you any day of the week.
Twice on Sunday.
Do I think you can beat my ass? Hell no. Do I think I can beat
Oh,
your ass?
hell yeah. It'll take a side of French fries.
I don't know how good your hearing is, but if you don't understand what I'm saying, I always got a little bit of sign language.
Vince's face. There you go. I think he tells them there to push him.
Yeah.
Push me. Push me.
Look at this dude on the bottom just.
Stone Cold just beat the shit out of him. Tyson and Austin. Tyson and Austin.
And this dude just lays there the whole entire time.
Mike Chioda he almost just got a right. Slaughter tried to pull him out by his leg.
Oh, I love it.
You ruined it. You ruined it.
Everybody just did this perfectly.
This is such a great.
And then, of course, as we know,
Vince, get him out of here.
Just everybody in the ring, Tyson, Jim Ross. It was just awesome. This dude still just laying on the ground.
Jim Ross is on commentary.
That's what I'm saying. But what he said, what he's about
He's
to
selling
say.
it.
Yeah. Briscoe, Slaughter.
You ruined
The
it,
old
damn
system
it.
right here.
Gives him a finger.
I mean, this is really when Vince started becoming a character and everything.
You know, Vince, what's great about it, I mean,
So
Stone
great
Cold
right
carried
there.
it, but without Vince, there was no Stone Cold, man.
No, and he even admits that.
And the way, just the way Vince, just exactly what we said. You ruined it. You ruined it, damn it. And just yelling, just screaming at him was great. And then Stone Cold, while he's doing it, was flipping him off. Not even saying anything, just flipping him off.
But Tyson and Austin. I mean, one of the best lines ever, I think, in WWE.
Well, as we know, for WrestleMania, when they did this, it comes out with DX, but at the end of the day, pound of beers with Stone Cold.
Oh, yeah.
Yep, Tyson gets. Austin gets the belt.
It's such a great, like you said, it's a fantastic story.
Doesn't Tyson count it?
Yeah, Tyson
Real
counts it
fast?
because the ref gets knocked out. Yep.
So he was with Austin the whole time.
That's the best part.
Yeah, great segment. Just awesome segment.
Great
Absolutely loved
segment.
it.
So let's finish up WrestleMania as we talked about. Are we excited for it? Yeah, I'm excited for it. Certain things I'm excited for, other things I'm not. I'm not excited for what they're going to do with the WWE Championship. We have no idea, but I'm trying to think what good can come of it. Like, I can't think of anything good unless you have AJ Styles have it and fight Mustafa Ali or
Right,
Daniel
fight a
Bryan.
young
Like,
guy.
oh,
Yeah. I'm not interested in
I'm
Daniel
not
Bryan
either. Like Daniel Bryan, if he puts the strap on Mustafa Ali, I'd be all for it. Somebody that comes out of nowhere. What?
He puts the strap on. Well, I'm gonna-
God, man, what you hear?
You're the one that said it, not me.
I didn't. He puts the championship on Mustafa Ali. The strap on.
See? Now you're thinking it.
I know. Oh God, will you guys be watching the NXT Super Bowl halftime show?
No.
No.
I might check it
I
out.
might have it on another TV. I don't know.
Might check it out. I watched it 20 years ago with The Rock and Mankind.
Yeah,
He pinned him
halftime
with
heat.
But you've got, what do we got? We got Ricochet, Velveteen Dream.
And
Who's,
Ciampa? Or is he on the other side?
who did
Is it-
Tomas fight?
Tommaso Ciampa. Oh, Aleister Black.
Yeah, okay. And then
Against Adam Cole, Tommaso Ciampa, Johnny Gargano.
yeah.
That'll be really good. You got 6 top guys right there. And I'd be interested to see. Gargano was in the Rumble. Aleister Black was in the Rumble. Dream wasn't. Ricochet wasn't. Tommaso Ciampa was not, and neither was Adam Cole. So should be interesting. And speaking of which, we talked a little bit about. Did you talk about NXT Takeover in Phoenix? We didn't talk at all about it.
No.
So I watched, I think, 2 matches.
Velveteen Dream wasn't in it.
I didn't watch that.
Ricochet wasn't.
Oh, yeah, he wasn't.
They held
He
him
said he
out.
wasn't in it.
Tommaso Ciampa beat. Johnny
Aleister.
Gargano beat Ricochet.
I watched that. That
to
was
win the
crazy.
For the
belt,
title, right.
That was a good match,
It
actually.
was a great match.
I
And
just saw
then
the highlights.
Tommaso Ciampa beat Aleister Black.
And then Sonya, what's her name?
Deville?
Sonya Blazer.
No, Shayna.
Shayna
Baszler,
Baszler, whatever.
She kept the title.
Beat Bianca, or
Mm-hmm.
yeah, that was actually a good match.
All right, next. So WWE is promoting Rock's movie about Paige fighting with my family. Would you guys rather see Rock's movie or the other movies Paige has already filmed? Well, I've already seen all those other movies that Paige has already filmed, so I'll see the new one. And I actually got an invite in my email to go see it in Royal Oak for free. Did you guys get that?
That
Her
must
other
be nice.
movies?
No, her fighting with my family.
Oh. No. I did not.
Didn't Xavier Woods star in a couple of those movies with her?
Yeah, one of them. Him and Brad Maddox.
How many does she have?
Brad Maddox was. She's got a lot. She's got Del Rio. She's got a lot.
I know. I remember Del Rio.
She's got a lot. She's got a
knew.
couple with Brad Maddox. You can't see him,
Who
but
is that?
She's a crazy one.
Brad Maddox.
I don't know.
If I showed you a picture of him, you know who he is. Just look up Brad Maddox on your phone. You'll be like, oh yeah, that's
I
him.
know Greg Maddox.
Brad Maddox
know
was
Greg
the
Maddox, so-
he was the general manager for a little bit.
Yeah, if it
But he was on one of them. He's in a camera standing behind, just like looks like the T-1000 from Terminator when they come back, come from the future, and they're standing there naked. He's just standing there holding the camera right behind as she's sitting on top of Xavier. Did you ever see Xavier talk about that? That wasn't me.
No.
Yeah, of course.
No, he knows it's him. He's like, oh, I didn't do any of that. He plays it off pretty good. Are you interested in seeing that Fighting with My Family? You saw Vince Vaughn's
Yeah.
in it, right? As
Yeah.
the agent? Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah, we'll watch
I'll
it.
probably see it.
Me and the wife will watch that.
Speaking of The Rock, we've talked about this before,
I
but
have
presidential
no
run.
idea who this guy is.
Oh, really?
Let me see.
Speaking of The Rock, presidential run in 2020.
Yeah, I'd like to see it.
We talked about it. It's not going to happen, but
No, it won't. But it
No,
would be
it's not
awesome
gonna
if it did.
yeah.
I think it'd be cool.
Are we leaving these gummy bears in the pod room? They've been here for like 5 days now. We're gonna
Might
just
as
leave them
well.
here. All
Might
right.
as well.
I'm surprised Brian hasn't finished them yet.
All right. Thank you, Jason, for your questions and your topics. All right. So, Jeremy, perfect discussion with the Rumble that took place. I have 3 observations, and I'd like to hear your opinions on. First, the shows are entirely too long now. I think pre-show at 5 o'clock, main show at 7,
Man, I
and it
thought you
didn't
was
end
talking
until
about our shows.
no, and it didn't end until midnight.
I agree.
They
That
carry
was-
on long. That's just crazy. They just keep getting longer and longer. I didn't mind WrestleMania being that long since it's the biggest show of the year, but now the other pay-per-views are getting longer and longer. Thoughts on that?
I completely agree with Jeremy. Yeah, dude. Like, I was like, okay, I'll turn it on at 7, and you still have an hour before the main show even starts. all the talking, and then I fell asleep. I mean, shit. I think I fell asleep with. They were on like 6 or 7, I want to say, of the men's Royal Rumble. Right. And I was out, so I actually watched it the next morning when I was working, quote unquote. But yeah, that was it's getting a little crazy. Like you said, WrestleMania. Yeah, I can see they push that one, but man, these are getting the big ones like the Rumble and SummerSlam and all that. It's going pretty late, and they're definitely going over. But when you don't have pay-per-view to contend with at your own network, you can do whatever you want. So I don't know if that's what the people want to see or what, but I could imagine that the production crew probably doesn't like that as much.
I agree.
Yeah, I mean, I agree as well. I think they're...
You go to bed at 9 o'clock anyways.
I mean, you just have so much talent, though. So, I mean, you have so much talent.
Yeah, but that's the
they're putting out 10 matches every time, and it's like...
You don't have to do it. They had a whole bunch of talent in 2002, and the pay-per-view still ended at 10:45.
I mean, yeah.
Not everyone can get on the card, man. That's how that works.
I go to bed
because that's why they're going to go to AEW. I know, and see, people bitch. This is what I don't understand. People bitched about, there's too many pay-per-views with Raw, with SmackDown. It's like, well, now what are you going to get? These people are going to go to AEW, and you're going to get more of it. It's going to be the same shit.
Exactly.
So it doesn't matter either way. Go to AEW. I do want to see them go to AEW because we're going to see a different product. But I wish that they would honestly give Raw to Vince, let him keep it. Give SmackDown kind of similar to NXT to Triple H, and let him run with it. I mean, shit. I mean, just put NXT on a main. Put them on a main station. I think they do well. Put them on Fox. Fuck it. SmackDown's going to go to Friday.
Well, yeah, or Fox Sports 1, because, I mean, I know that...
And that's what SmackDown's going to be
I know that NXT is more exciting right now than Raw and SmackDown, but it's still it still doesn't have the top names. That's not what's going to sell on network TV. That needs to be on a backup channel. Cena is going to sell it. AJ Styles is going to sell it. Becky is going to sell it. Charlotte's going to sell it. Dean, Seth, those top people are going to sell it. Unfortunately, as great as Ciampa and Ricochet and Velveteen Dream or Velveeta Cheese or whatever.
And the reason nobody knows them because they're not on TV.
Good cheese.
They're only on the network, unfortunately.
Well,
but I mean,
that's how life works.
Hardcore wrestling fans or good wrestling fans, they know who these guys are.
Yeah,
they've been around forever.
And that's just how it is. People, though, the casual wrestling fan just want to see the top people. That's what they want. That's what a casual wrestling fan does.
And how do you get the top people? They get on TV. So we got to see these guys on TV. That's what I'm saying. Put them on like you said, FS1, which is probably what SmackDown's going to go to anyway.
And if you can't put it on a decent time, put it on at like 11 o'clock on a Friday night or something. At least have it on to where it's there, and replay it on a Sunday at 2 p.m. when nothing else is on. You know, do something like that so at least you get a little bit of viewership. I agree. It needs to be on at some point. I don't think it'll be on at a decent hour if it's on during the week, but it could. You never know.
I agree. Brandon, what do you got? What do you think?
Do what?
Are you here?
What are you reading?
I was reading the question. We're still on the first one, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You think they're too long?
Yeah, I think they're too long.
Okay.
They tried the whole splitting it up, do a pay per view of just SmackDown, just pay per view of just Raw, and then that lasted about like 2 months, and then they just combined them again, and you're still getting a show starting at 7 and not getting over till 11:30 midnight.
Right. And then what was up with all the Kofi saves? Each year it was special seeing what Kofi was going to do, yet we saw like 3 of the girls pull off this type of saves. So by the time it got to Kofi, it didn't mean anything. Do you think Kofi was ticked off at the head?
He probably told him to do it.
Yeah.
I would guess. But
it's getting old, though.
I like it.
I do too, but when you got everybody doing it.
That's my point. If it was just Kofi, it would have been... I mean...
Naomi, I like her doing it.
Naomi. Who were the other two?
There was another chick and then Kofi.
Yeah. I can't remember who it was, but
it was the
Did Dana Brooke do it?
No, it was the Ultimate Warrior chick. The Casey
Pirate?
Casey
that chick was good too.
Catanzaro or whatever.
Catanzaro. Yeah, the girl from American Ninja Warrior.
American Ninja. Yeah, Ultimate Warrior. Ultimate Warrior was a person. American
that
Ninja
little girl,
Warrior
Mike.
Yeah, she did.
I know we talked about her.
She did that. That was insane. She was. I mean, yeah, but she was what? She wasn't the first one that ever climbed the bridge or the wall or whatever is in that all American Ninja Warrior or whatever it is. Yeah, she was. Yeah. But yeah, she did
She's
that.
fun to watch because she was a Olympic gymnast, I believe.
Yeah. Oh,
She was
absolutely.
a collegiate gymnast, we know that, and had a lot of different records and things
And then
like that.
Naomi, just the jump to the stairs and have her land on it. Holy shit!
No,
from
perfect.
the
Perfect.
barricade, I was like, oh my god.
I was like, what if she falls off here?
Yeah, right.
Well, she almost did.
But then she got in, and then she got kicked right out. So
Yeah.
I think that's probably what they said. They said, well, you're probably not going to make it, so you're going to be out regardless.
Yeah, because
then right when she got
kicked
in,
her? It was Nia.
I thought it was at Rhea
Oh
Ripley.
no, it was Mandy Rose. Mandy Rose kicked her off of the barricade because Mandy.
Oh,
Rose,
Naomi eliminated Mandy Rose, and then when
Oh,
Naomi was
she
doing
got on the step.
the save,
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's
she
when
got on the
kicked
step
her
and then
off,
she
yep.
kicked
her off.
yeah.
We're like, oh well, that sucks.
Yeah,
So
but
they'll probably fight it.
I hated-
They'll fight sometime.
Graves was so annoying because that's all he did was talk about Mandy Rose, and it wasn't. He was forcing it.
Because he's
It was.
obsessing. Yeah,
He was forcing it. I didn't like it.
But the return of Alexa,
Yeah, that was.
That was
nice.
good.
And she-
unexpected. She's
She
back.
Yeah, she. I didn't expect that one. I thought she was still injured from the last time we
and she's
chatted.
back now, so that's nice.
Good for her.
And then intergender wrestling. He never liked when China wrestled men, and I guess I still don't like the idea. Although Nia is bigger than a lot of the men, I don't ever think
Well, why don't you
I'll
put
ever
the
be
LOL
a fan.
in there?
LOL. I don't think I'll ever be a fan of that. What do you guys think? And do you think we are headed toward this being common one day?
To answer it, it's okay. I liked it. I think I like Nia in there. I mean, you want to push equality at some point. I still don't think they should wrestle. I don't like it as much either. I didn't mind China as much because China was a man.
She was a guy.
I mean, she was bigger than most men. She'll lift more than I ever will. I know that.
Yeah.
And it wasn't that bad. Nia in there, I think, was more. I don't. It's not. I don't want to say a joke, but I think it was just one of those because you saw what they did. I mean, everyone pretty much put their finishing move. 619 RKO, as we talked about before. You know, they pushed her right into it. So I don't think it's that bad a thing. But being common, I don't think it'll be common because they want to get away from the quote unquote men beating up women. That's,
Yeah.
You know,
That's why
a
I'm
bad thing.
shocked. That's why I'm shocked.
I was shocked too that they
brought
put
it back.
Nia in. Absolutely.
Because, I mean, the whole
They
thing with
probably
China.
were testing it to see what reaction it would
Yeah,
get.
the whole thing with China. I mean, it was cool back then.
it was a different time
Yeah,
back
it's a different
then.
time.
It's not
And
now.
You have a you're
And you
coming-
have a women's rumble for this. That's why they did it.
You're coming off the Me Too women's movement that we had last year, and for them to,
Mike Jones.
Mike Jones.
Ooh.
No, just the whole thing that was going on last year, and then I thought they were done with this because they haven't done this in so long. And granted, there hasn't been really you had Beth Phoenix who was in the Royal Rumble, I don't know, 8 years ago, or
She
whatever.
threw out what Kali? Yeah.
Did you?
Oh yeah, she did. Yeah, that's right. But I mean,
Kissed him and got him to
Yeah.
basically walk over
Yep.
the ring.
Yep. That's right. I mean, I was surprised that they did it. I mean, Nia, yeah, she's definitely not China, but she can hold her own for a little bit with the men, but you're not going to see them trade blows where they're just punching each other. You're not going to see that because
Well, I don't know, man.
you saw it
She's
a little bit in the
legit-
Rumble, but
well,
I
they
mean,
probably put her in with the men because she's legit. It was probably punishment too because she's hurt some of the women, legitimately. Like
yeah.
Becky
Yeah.
Lynch.
oh,
But
yeah.
that was a perfect time if anything was
It
going to
was,
happen for
'cause
some.
it helped-
She
yeah.
was going over regardless, but that just
That
pushed her
definitely
over
helped
the
her.
top.
Yep.
Yep.
Yeah, I'm with you guys. I don't think we're going to ever happen to that being common. I think we're more or less
No, I
seeing.
don't think we should.
We're more or less seeing the
I
women, themselves become their own thing,
Yeah.
and
Let
not the
them- let them-
valet to
let them-
men.
Yeah, let them be their own.
Because if you
Separate
think about
them.
this, do you see many women valets anymore to the men? I mean, Lana's with her husband. That doesn't count.
No, you have
Carmella's
Lana and you
dancing
have-
with R-Truth. No big
you
deal.
have Zelina or Vega or whatever.
Right, but she's not going to really be with him.
No.
Think about it. Leo Rush is a guy with Bobby Lashley. Paul Heyman is with Brock. It's not a common thing anymore. It's not. And they're not even managed. Leo Rush is nobody.
They're
Sounds
just
like-
mouthpieces
sounds
because
like
Lashley
Goofy.
and Lesnar can't talk.
Exactly.
Or besides what Lesnar says, oh, you dumbass. I mean, Lesnar has no mic skills.
He has no desire either.
He doesn't care. He's getting his big fat paycheck
Yeah.
and moving on.
Yep.
All right, and he said he's sure we would touch on Dean Ambrose will be leaving the WWE when his contract ends in April. He's really hoping that that's not the case, or they can talk him into staying. I agree. We all here think, well, I don't know, Brandon's kind of on the fence, but Bear and I are of the notion that this is a storyline. They're going to play this out. This is kayfabe. I hope it is because everything you read online is pretty much saying that, oh, he's leaving, he's done. I'm like, good. I hope it I hope they all believe that.
Well, like you said earlier, it's very uncommon for the WWE to be like, hey, in 4 months,
It's hard.
this guy's leaving.
It's hard to keep shit under wraps too. So
But-
I'm hoping.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying,
I'm hoping they do keep. I hope that Vince and Triple H were like, hey, keep this to you, play it out. You can tell your wife. That's it. It doesn't go past this. Like, because there's times like this shit. How many people knew that Taker was going to lose to Brock? Like, I hoped for it, but nobody. You saw the shock. I was there for that shit. That was nuts.
In WWE, they're good about holding these type of secrets. So they can say, hey, go say that you want to leave.
Yeah, it's probably because they put it in a freaking contract.
Like Jeff Jarrett was a big secret.
Well, the Hardy Boys.
Didn't see that one coming.
Oh, dude, the Hardy. Well, we mentioned it. We mentioned
it, but I jumped like a little kid when they came out of WrestleMania.
Oh, dude, that was like I knew AJ.
Awesome.
I knew AJ Styles could potentially come, but when it actually happened, I jumped like a little kid too. I was like,
I mean, so they're good at holding
I still
secrets.
lived in Rossford. I was at my house in Rossford at the time.
Yeah, that was a little bit ago.
You know, when Vince gets the lawyers together and puts a contract together and says, you do this, you do that,
So what's a contract signing sound like for someone like Dean Ambrose, Bear?
All right, Dean. We're gonna put you out to AEW, but we're gonna make that kid take his shirt off in the front. Oh, little punk ass kid. Goddamn shirt. God damn it, pal. You're gonna sign this contract. You're gonna tell your wife. You're gonna say you're gonna go to AEW. You're gonna stay, and you're gonna win the title. Yes.
Vince, which title am I winning?
The U.S. Championship.
Do I have to fight R-Truth at WrestleMania?
No. You will fight me in a ladder match.
Vince, you're like geriatric
I will fuck you up.
jackhammer. Genetic geriatric jackhammer.
Genetic jackhammer.
All right.
Vincent Kennedy McMahon.
What a powerful name.
It is.
And XFL starting, as we know, next year. So don't forget tonight, Super Bowl Sunday. Looking forward to it. Your favorite moment from Royal Rumble last weekend?
I mean, Hornswoggle and Jeff Jarrett.
Shane's
high spot.
His shooting star press, absolutely.
Shane's shooting star press was absolutely insane.
I mean, that was. I guess I kind of read this wrong. I meant the Royal Rumble.
Your favorite moment? It can be anything.
Shane definitely.
For me, Shane was my favorite moment.
Men's Rumble second.
Like funny. Hornswoggle, of course. Event, the men's Royal Rumble was great. The Fatal 4-Way match for the Cruiserweight, that was nuts. Like, I know that you said you were in and out. Go back and watch that, dude. They were fucking insane. And I do kind of want to watch Halftime Heat, but I'm gonna watch it at a different time, not at halftime.
Yeah, I won't watch it
because I do want to see. That's 6 top guys they got, man. And the problem is they don't have any room for this talent. I'm like, God, all those fucking guys are good.
Yeah, and
they're so fun to watch.
I mean, they're gonna get 20 minutes. So
right.
You get a 20-minute match. That's what you're gonna get.
It's pretty good.
So we'll see.
Pretty good. They usually get 5 to 10.
Yeah, I'll watch it. I'll watch it probably later. I won't watch it at halftime, but I'll definitely watch it later because it'll. I mean, it'll have to be a good match if they want to get viewers over there.
Yep. And as we mentioned tonight, it is now 10:15 in the morning. This episode is going to release here in an hour and 45 minutes. It's going to be a good Super Bowl tonight. I hope. I've got the Patriots. I believe I said 34-31. I think Brandon had the Rams 41-38, and you had them 29-26.
Yep.
So for me, as always, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, good night. Thank you to all our sponsors, All Our Clothing, Crandall's Quality Lawn Care, PNC, Verizon, Charlie's Dodge, Wes Anderson Moments in Time. Follow on Twitter at Songs by Wes, and Facebook, Wes Anderson Music. Again, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, good night. Go Patriots. Tom Brady, the GOAT.
Greg the Leg, 46-yarder to win it.
Spend my day. Oh, we're done?